Well, it's now 11:16 p.m., 78 degrees in the CLE, and we do have some clouds that have been filling in throughout the evening. We're going to go with mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies to start your day tomorrow. Temperature at 70 in the morning. By afternoon, though, we're going to be right back into the mid and upper 80s. It's still going to feel humid. It's very summery type forecast for you for tomorrow. And we'll throw in a chance for a few isolated rain and rumble showers coming through. As far as the Doppler radar right now, we really don't have much to report to you. There were a couple little blips that were showing up on the radar farther south. I don't know that any of that was actually hitting the ground. More or less, it was just kind of decorative. It's the showers that were showing up were rather far away from the energy source, which is farther south. All of that is aligned along a stationary front. That becomes a boundary, you know, severe thunderstorms, general thunderstorms, showers, clouds, anything associated with low pressure loves a boundary, and that's where the boundary lies. So that's where a lot of the cloud cover has been. We've had a few rogue showers that have made it into eastern Indiana and western Ohio, but for the most part, it's been partly cloudy. I did go out to try and find the comet. I couldn't see it, unfortunately. I am bound determined to see that darn thing, and the city lights make it difficult, but I'm going to try and make it happen. Anywho, the bigger picture definitely shows quite a few scattered showers and thunderstorms around the region. You can kind of pick out that there's no real rhyme to reason. We have a couple different chunks of energy that we're contending with. But the thing to see here is that everything is kind of coming our general direction. So we do have some showers and storms in your forecast. We'll take a look at it in your National Design hour by hour outlook. Temperatures in the morning, as I mentioned, right around 70. We'll have mostly cloudy skies for much of the day. It's going to feel humid. Southwesterly breezes will be light. And as the showers begin to build, they'll collapse. We'll have some nice outflow boundaries, which means that cool air coming out of the thunderstorms and the showers. But you can see that we do get a few random shower chances as we head through the afternoon into the evening. We'll probably have some peaks of sunshine in there too. Then tomorrow night, things are going to start to set up a little bit differently. We're going to bring in another big shot of energy so that by Wednesday, we have a better chance for scattered showers and storms throughout the day. It's still going to be warm. It's still going to be muggy, but with thunderstorms coming through in the morning, that'll kind of put that humidity lock in for the afternoon, and temperatures are expected to warm right back into the upper 80s. We have that humidity lock in the morning. You throw in the heat, and yeah, we're going to have more scattered showers and storms developing. Now, the overall pattern, okay, this is kind of our big trend here. We've been kind of sitting on the edge of the really big heat. That's why all the heat has been locked down to the south of us. As time goes on here through this week, we're going to see this ripple developing, and that is a sign that this pattern is going to change. Unfortunately, the little ripple is not very strong, and what's going to end up happening is we're going to have another big surge of heat coming in. We get that dark red color in here, and that's when we get back into the 90s. Late weekend into early next week, we have another big push of heat coming. There you see it in your Universal Windows Direct forecast. Scattered storms tomorrow, isolated rain on Thursday. Home opener looks redunculous right now. Temperatures in the upper 80s in the afternoon. It'll be beautiful in downtown Cleveland and beyond. Mostly sunny then for Saturday. There's your 90s coming late weekend into the early part of next week. And once that big surge comes in, as of right now, it looks like we should start to get some relief from that next round of heat. But a lot of that is going to be determined upon how strong that dome of hot air is as it's sitting over top of us.
Yeah, redunculous. I like that.
Add it to the list, Russ.
I like
know,
it.
We